Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I'm Spokane Steve. Today's ball game, we're still on May the 14th, 1966. It'll be the New York Yankees at the Kansas City Athletics. And welcome to Franklin, who arrived early and fortunately brought a seat cushion. Hello to Kenyon Gray, who's entered the room as well. 2:32 now. Oh man, I'm telling you. Who would have thought? Hang on, I'm grabbing my coffee. And not to, hello Frank and welcome. And Ben has joined the chat as well. Greetings to Ben. Definitely excited about the 232 subscribers, but let me tell you, I said it before and I'll say it again. Not nearly as gratifying to me as the regulars that join me here in the chat and make the chat something special. And there's Mike C. The gang filtering in here. The usual suspects, so to speak. No, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll tell you what, the Yankees we know about, right? 8-17, last place in the American League. Mel Stottlemyre will take the mound for them today. On our replay so far, Stottlemyre's 1-4 with a 3.98 ERA. This is his 7th start. He has one complete game. It was a shutout. Let me check the standings here real quick. Why is this not brighter? Okay, that's better. I'm blaming that one on Mookie. My brightness was turned way down. He likes to step on the keyboard whenever I let him get away with it. And So is here as well. Welcome, So Bowley, across the pond. What, about 10:30 over there your time? The Yankees are 9.5 games back of the first place Baltimore Orioles. Kansas City at 14-10, just 3 games back now. On the other side of the coin, we have Fred Talbot, right-hander starting for Kansas City. As you can see, Talbot would join the Yankees at some point in this season. 9:30, so it's an 8-hour difference. Because we sprung ahead, isn't it? It's 9 hours on when it's normal time here. Which it never is for me, by the way. I digress, but I'll get back to that. Fred Talbot comes into this game leading the American League in earned run average. That's correct. 1.80. This will be his 6th start. Talbot has allowed only 21 hits in 35 innings. Okay. Pretty unremarkable card. I mean, he's definitely overachieved to this point. Stottlemyre's pitched about as well as expected, but he's been the victim of poor run support. So we'll see how this game unfolds. Back to my digression for a moment. I do not fall back, okay? I stay on daylight savings time year-round. And I just adjust it by an hour when I have to meet somebody or have an appointment or something like that. The reason? Frankly, I get too damn depressed when it's getting dark at frickin' 3:15 in the afternoon. That's one of my winter coping mechanisms. Well, I hope we have a good game for you today. Yesterday's game, a hard act to follow. The 4th of July fireworks game, I'm calling it, right? It was a good one. Let's get to the Yankees batting order. Yeah, I agree, Ben. Get rid of it. Yankees will have Roy White in left field leading off. Pretty much the regular lineup for the Yankees as of late. Bobby Richardson at second base, hit second. The Mickey Mantle in center field batting third. Joe Pepitone in the cleanup spot at first base. Tom Tresh down at third batting fifth. Roger Maris in right hits sixth. Clete Boyer will be the shortstop hitting seventh. The one change, Jake Gibbs does the catching and hits eighth. A day off for Elston Howard, with Strat-O-Matic the pitcher batting ninth. For Kansas City, Billy Bryan will do the catching today. Hawk Harrelson at first. Green and Campaneris up the middle. Wayne Causey will play third, with the outfield left to right of Hirschberger, Tartable, and Larry Stahl getting a start in right. Now there's one, I got to bring this up. Okay, there's baseball, right, and then there's strat ball. In what world, you're playing, let's say you're managing Kansas City. I just do it the way the lineups were in real life, of course. If you're managing Kansas City, why in the world would you have Hirschberger in left and Stahl in right instead of the other way around? By the way, Stahl's a 2 in left. He'd be a 2E6 0 arm in left. Hirschberger with a -4 frickin' cannon. And they've got him in left field. File that one under things I do not understand. And we've got Jeremiah and Jimmy in the chat as well. Oh, yeah. Doing your grilling today. Well, let's get her started here. Talbot's ready to go. And up steps Roy White. White hitting .261 on the season. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Talbot, the right-handed pitcher, delivers. Pitch number 1, 6-4 to the lefties, a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Wayne Causey. Causey a 3E62, tough play for Wayne. And here's the result on a 9. That'll be the E range. The roll is a 10 on a 62. Forget about it. 37 or more. Yeah, you have to say he's way over a 37, and he boots it. And White reaches on the error. So an auspicious start to the game. Error by Wayne Causey puts White aboard. White a star 15 stealer. Let's check the battery now for Kansas City. Talbot with a nice -2 hold. But Bryan with a terrible +3 arm. The result is +1. So White is 16 not held. He'll have to be held on. That'll make him a 14 held. And we'll see what happens. And Richardson's trying to hit and run. He's an A with the runner held. 9A ground ball, batter is safe, leading runner out. So the hit and run does not work. It's a force play. To shortstop. The runner held. Richardson tried to hit and run. Hit it right to the shortstop Campy, however, who was able to get the force at second. Check Richardson's speed now. Richardson not a threat to steal, and here's Mickey Mantle. Mantle hitting .270 on the season, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Remember, Mantle got off to a terrible start, so he's been bringing his average up as of late. Batting left-handed against Talbot, of course. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Mantle on a 1-9. He just misses it. Grounds it down to first. Harrelson to Campaneris. Back to Harrelson. 3-6-3 double play. So the frustration continues for the Yankees in the first. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Stottlemyre warming up now. I'll give you the Kansas City batting order. Jose Tartable in center field leading off. Bert Campy Campaneris at shortstop bats second. Hirschberger in left hitting third. Billy Bryan, the catcher's in the cleanup spot today. Larry Stahl in right batting fifth. Ken Harrelson at first base hits sixth. Wayne Causey at third base hits seventh. Dick Green at second, eighth, and Talbot, the pitcher, bats ninth. Setting the Yankees defensively for you, it's Jake Gibbs behind the plate, Pepitone at first, Richardson and Boyer up the middle with Tom Tresh down at third, And the outfield left to right of White, Mantle, and Maris. Yeah, well, it is what it is. To me, it's neither good nor bad. I'll tell you, though, I did get an interesting comment from a guy who started his own 66 replay because he said he couldn't stand seeing Mick and the boys doing so badly. And I think he said they started out 5-5, so a better start than in mine. But as I replied to him, that's one of the fun things about replays. No two are alike. Okay, Strat-O-Matic's ready to go. Here's Tartabull to lead things off. Tartabull leads the club in batting at .360. No home runs, 12 RBIs. He does have 10 extra base hits, 6 doubles, 4 triples. Strat-O-Matic into the windup. 110 right-handed. It's a pop-up left side. Boyer has it. And there's one down. I'm catching up on the chat now. Michael's here. Welcome, Mike. I hear you, Kenya. No, it does not. And yeah, Perry, maybe Causey should have taken more ground balls. And Captain Carl has joined us as well. Welcome, Captain Carl. I wanted to look at Causey again for a second. See, he was a decent second baseman, 3E18, but they had Green. Had to check that. I knew he played another position. Okay, here's Campy now. Campy hitting .250, 1 homer, 15 RBIs. Strat-O-Matic delivers a 3-6, grounder down to third base. Tresh has it, throws him out for out number 2. And here's Hirschberger now. Hirschberger hitting .247 on the season, just 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Right-handed batter. The pitch from Mel Strat-O-Matic is a 3-7 right-handed. It's a fly ball into straightaway center. Mickey Mantle going back and hauls it in to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Strat-O-Matic. We're through 1 here in Kansas City, and we are scoreless. Franklin, the manager, Alvin Dark was the Kansas City manager in '66. I remember Alvin Dark. I'm not sure it was with Kansas City, though. I would have been in the 70s, early 70s probably. And I couldn't have said it better myself there, Captain Carl. So here's Fred Talbot warming up, American League ERA leader Fred Talbot, if you please. The Yankees will have Pepitone, Tresh, and Maris in the second inning. Pepitone hitting .250 so far, 3 home runs, a club-leading 16 RBIs. Actually, he's tied with Tresh for that distinction. Talbot gets the sign from Billy Bryan. Here's the pitch. It's a 110. He pops him up. Right side, Dick Green calling for it. And there's one down. And here's the aforementioned Tresh. He of this also 16 RBIs, batting just 184. With a club-leading 6 home runs, however. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Here's the pitch from Talbot now on a 180. Hits a little two-hopper down to first base. Harrelson, nice grab, and he'll take it to the bag himself. 2 down, and the batter will be Roger Maris. Maris hitting 161, just 1 home run, 13 RBIs. Now, you don't expect much out of this card against lefties, but you got to figure one of the failings of this offense has been Maris's slow start against right-handed pitching. Talbot stares in now. The wideout pitch to Roger Maris on a 2-7. He draws the walk. A 2-out walk to Maris. Literally no chance to steal. And here's Clete Boyer. Boyer playing shortstop. Comes into the game with a .228 average, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Runner on first, 2 down. Talbot out of the stretch. 3-6 right-handed, ball 4, he loses him. So back-to-back walks, and the Yankees have something going here in the second. Jake Gibbs, the left-handed hitting catcher, will be the batter. Gibbs obviously hasn't played much. He's just 6 for 18 on the season. That's .333, of course. Does not have an RBI. He'd like to get one right here. Talbot trying to shut the door. Here's the pitch. 1-8 is a grounder to first. Harrelson to his right has it. Flips to Talbot covering. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. I don't think, and there's Kurt Miller. Welcome, Kurt. I don't think there is a Strat-O-Matic golf. There was a Status Pro golf. I remember Status Pro baseball from my youth. Probably, early 70s, I would say. Bottom of the second we go. Billy Bryan will start it off for Kansas City. Bryan hitting just .194. 1 homer, 3 RBIs. Stottelmeyer into the windup now. Here's the pitch. On a 2-9 right-handed, he struck him out. Bryan with some pop against righties, also struck out a lot. Let's look at his card here. Hit 172 and 145 at bats. He struck out 36 times. He did manage 4 home runs. And I'm thinking to myself right now, and this is your cleanup hitter? Holy cow. Here's Larry Stahl now. Stahl, looking for Stahl. Stahl's 11 for 40 on the season. That's .275. 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Left-handed batter. The pitch from Stottelmeyer. 3-7 right-handed is a base hit up the middle. First hit of the game is a 1-out single by Larry Stahl. Stahl, a star 15. Now let's check the Yankees battery. Stottelmeyer, a solid -2 hold. Gibbs, a 0. So that would make Stahl a 13 not held. I don't know whether to hold him or not. 1-3, they hold him. They're going to hold him. Sometimes I just can't make the decision when it's close, you know what I mean? Some days I'm more decisive than others. So Stahl and 11 now being held, and here's Harrelson. Hawk Harrelson hitting .274, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. Stottelmeyer working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch on a 1-6. He loses him, ball 4. Harrelson takes first on the walk. Stahl down to second. And with 1 away, Wayne Causey will be the hitter. Causey hitting just .196, no homers, 6 RBIs. Stottelmeyer checks the runners, now from the stretch, delivers a .311 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base. Pepitone has it down to Boyer for 1. Back to Pepitone, not in time. That'll be a 3-6 fourth. Stahl will take third. Causey no threat to run, and here's Dick Green. Green hitting .293, 2 homers, and a club-leading 16 runs batted in. And he's batting 8th. Okay. Stottelmeyer is the pitch. 110 is a double to 3, and on a 2, he's got it. It's a 2-star double. Stahl can walk home. And Causey churns into third. RBI double for Dick Green. His 17th of the season. And Kansas City takes an early 1-0 lead. Here's Talbot now, right-handed batter, 2W. Stallmeyer trying to use him as the out man and get out of this jam. Here's the pitch on a 4-4. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's Boyer, a 3E19. Tough play for Cletus. He's in the hole. It's a 20. He's got it and throws him out. Nice play, Boyer, to retire the side. 6-3 Athletics get a run on 2 hits and leave a pair. After 2 innings complete, Kansas City 1, New York 0. I'm with you, Kurt Miller. Putt-putt goal. Well, I actually won a putt-putt tournament back in the mid-70s. Haven't done it in a long time, though. There really aren't any places in Spokane. There's one, and it's horrible. I actually tried it out once, and very disappointing. Yeah, Franklin, sometimes the lineups don't make a lot of sense. Frank, I'm 68. To the third we go. Mel Stottlemyre will start it off for New York. Right-handed batter at 2 with N power. The pitch from Talbot on it is a 5-8 right-handed grounder to second base X. That's going to be Green. Green, a good second baseman, 2E19. Ranges behind the bag. Here's the play on a 17. He's there. Twists and fires. 1 down. 4-3 Stottlemyre retired. That'll turn the lineup over, and here's Roy White. White 0 for 1, reached on an error. Batting left-handed. Talbot with a windup in the pitch. A 6'10 lefty. Fly to center field and shallow. Tartable coming fast. He is there. Quickly 2 down in the third. And here's Richardson now. Talbot staring in. Here's the pitch to Richardson. 4-9 right-handed. A grounder to short. Routine for Campaneris. Gloves it and throws him out. And it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Fred Talbot. Fred Talbot, the wonder story in the American League so far, leading the league in ERA. Basically the American League version of Tommy Sisk, right, who's doing the same thing in the National League. Let's see, Captain Carl has some information here. Dark was fired. That's where I remember him from. He took over for Dick Williams with the A's. Which was the same team as Kansas City, right? Yeah, exactly. So he came back. Frank, that's very kind of you. Thank you. And some nice trivia there from Kurt Miller, the factoid man. To the bottom of the third we go. Here's Tartable, top of the order for Kansas City. Jose 0 for 1. Stottlemyre into the windup. That's going to be a 6'10 left-handed. Catcher's card X. That'll be Gibbs. Gibbs a 3E5. Here's the roll on the play. It's a 7. It's a pop out to the catcher. 1 down. Tartable out 2X. Here's Campaneris now. These athletics, as we know, love to run, but you have to get somebody on to do that. So far, the top of the order held quiet. Here's the pitch to Campy. That's going to be a 5-2 right-handed. Grounder to first base X. That's Pepitone. Gold Glover, 1E8. And here's the play. You see the dice jump on that last roll? On a 14, that'll be the error range. An 11 on an E8, and Pepitone boots it for an error. Holy cow, I had to look at that twice. So a rare error by Joe Pepitone. And now Campy's aboard, and he has wheels to spare. Star 19. -2, 17. Held on, 15. And he's going to try for that lead with Mike Hirschberger at the plate. 2 through 6 or 12 to get the 15. He's got it with a 4. The pitch to Hirschberger. There goes Campy. The throw by Gibbs. He's stolen it. Campaneris with his 13th stolen base of the season. He has not been caught. And here's the next pitch to Hirschberger. 4-6 right-handed, a fly ball into straightaway center. Mantle is right there to make the catch. Runner will hold. 2 away, it'll be up to Billy Bryan. Bryan struck out his first time up. Stottlemyre checks the runner. Now comes to the plate. 4-3 left-handed. It's a fly to right field X. Tough play for Maris as he ranges to his left. He's a 2E3. On a 7, he makes a fine running catch to retire the side. So Bryan out 9X. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. And we're through 3 innings, 1-0 Athletics. Milt Pappas in this replay leads the majors in strikeout to walk ratio. I remember that off the top of my head because it's crazy insane. It's like 12-1 or something. Basically unsustainable statistically. Okay, to the 4th we go. Heart of the order for the Yankees. Mantle, Pepitone, and Tresh. Talbot still working his magic act out there as he winds up, and a pitch to Mantle is going to be a 2-10 right-handed. It's a grounder wide of second. Green there to stop it and throws him out. And here's Joe Pepitone now 0 for 1. Talbot into the windup. 5-9 left-handed is a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Campy. Into the hole, 3E23. Here's the play. On a 17, he's there. Long throw across in time. 6-3X, 2 down, and it's up to Tresh. Tresh bounced to first his first time up. Talbot gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. 5-3 left-handed is a fly ball to right field X. That's going to be Stahl. Tough play for Larry. 3E6. As he ranges to the gap. On a 14, he makes a fine running catch to retire the side. Nice play, Stahl. Kansas City flashing the leather so far. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Talbot. He's now retired the last 7 in a row. Catching up on the chat a bit here. Yeah, no doubt, Franklin. Definitely a different game from yesterday. And Kurt Miller, thank you for that, because he worked at a glass plant in the off-season. Of course, nowadays when you see a glass shop, it means something entirely different, doesn't it? They got to call it something, right? I mean, it's a bong store. Come on. Okay, bottom of the fourth. Here's Larry Stahl to start things off. He singled his first time up against Strat-O-Matic. Came around to score the game's only run. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign from Gibbs. That's a 4-10 left-handed, a little two-hopper to first base. Pepitone will take it himself for out number one. Here's Harrelson, who walked his first time up. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign now. Here's the pitch. 4-7 right-handed. A ground ball up the middle. Cut off there by Boyer. Turns and throws in time. 2 outs quickly in the fourth. And here's Mr. Causey. Causey 0 for 1. Strat-O-Matic the windup. Pitch to Causey. It's a 5-4 left-hander. A grounder to third base. Tough chance for Tresh as he dives towards the line on a 3-23. It's an 11. Error rating of an 8 on a 23. He makes a fine stop to his feet and throws him out. Oh my God, what a play by Tom Tresh. 5-3X. It's a web jam. And that will retire the Athletics in the fourth. We're through 4 in a 1-0 pitcher's duel. Oh, absolutely, Ben. I had a couple of nice ones in my younger day. Four innings in the book, 1-0 Kansas City. Maris, Boyer, and Gibbs due for the Yankees here in the fifth. Talbot rated 6 for endurance. Oh, that's interesting, Captain Carl. I was looking at the 65 draft earlier this week. 66, of course, was Reggie Jackson. So they had the first pick in both, right? Because they took Rick Monday with the first pick in 65. The inaugural draft. Here's Maris now. He walked his first time up. Talbot into the windup. That's going to be a 2-8 right-handed. He pops him up. Green calling for it. 1 down. And how about this Fred Talbot, huh? Becoming quite the story. Here's Boyer, who walked his first time up. Talbot into the windup. Pitch to Cleat is a 5-3 right-handed. It's a fly ball to right field X. Stahl will be tested again. 3-6. Here's the play on a 2. He's not going to get that. That's down and will roll to the wall for extra bases. Boyer rounds and steams into second with a 1-out double. And that's the first hit of the game for the Yankees. Jake Gibbs at the plate. Strat-O-Matic on deck. Talbot checks the runner now. First time in the stretch. No, that isn't true. He walked a pair in the second. From the stretch, the pitch to Gibbs. 2-7 right-handed. Fly ball into right field. It's a can of corn for Stahl, who takes it for out number 2. Fifth inning, trailing by a run. Too early to pinch hit for Strat-O-Matic, who's rated 7 for endurance. Yeah, he's pitching too well to come out. He's going to bat. Does have end power. As Talbot delivers a 2-5. Single to 6 on a 9. It's speared by Green. And Green leaps up and robs Strat-O-Matic of a base hit. Liner to second. Retires the side. No runs to hit, 1 left. Still 1-0. And Talbot continues to live large. It will be Green, Talbot, and Tardival in the bottom of the inning. Hey, I hope everyone's having a terrific 4th of July weekend. I have to tell you, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it today. Last night, it was probably around 7 or 8 o'clock. I found water seeping through the wall into my bathroom. So I frantically ran around. First I assumed it was the toilet, of course. Turned that off, still leaking through. Seeping, I should say, would be a better word. And anyway, I finally figured out, or guessed, I should say, that it had something to do with the dishwasher. There was no water in the bottom of the dishwasher. So I turned off the water under the kitchen sink, and it stopped. Anyhow, long story short, too late, I know. Maintenance came in today and confirmed that, yep, I'll be needing a new dishwasher. So I've had water damage before. I've been in an apartment that had a fire. I've had a truck drive through my apartment. I'm going to tell you, I've pretty much seen it all. So I've seen water damage before. And I'm thinking, oh, Jesus, here we go again. It'll be an all-day thing, holiday weekend. I won't be able to get anybody out here. I'll have to cancel my game. Fortunately, looks like a pretty easy fix, and here we are. Dick Green will lead off the bottom of the 5th. He doubled in a run his first time up. The team RBI leader standing in from the right side. Strat-O-Matic into the windup. That's going to be a 3-11 right-hander, a single on a 1. That liner is speared by Tom Tresh for out number 1. That's right, Ben, yes. March 6th of last year. I was not home at the time, or I would not be talking to you right now. Drove right into the living room. I was displaced, had to relocate. Yeah. Wine tasting. Drive-through wine tasting. There's a story behind that too, but I'll get to that one a little later maybe. Here's Talbot now, right-handed batter. Pitch from Mel, a 3-10 right-handed, a grounder. Slow roller to short. Boyer coming in on it now. Plenty of time to throw him out. And there's 2 down. Talbot, who does not run well, thrown out easily by Boyer. And here's Tardival. Stottlemyre into the windup. That's going to be a 5-4 left-handed. To grounder to third base X. Tough chance for Tresh. 3E23. And here's the play. On a 4, he's not going to get that. That's under his glove and into left field for a 2-out single. Tardival with a 2-out single. He's got some wheels. Star 19 Steeler. 17 with the battery. 15 held on. With 2 outs and Campaneris up, he's going to try for the lead. 2 through 5 are 12. 5, he's got it. The pitch, there he goes. The throw from Gibbs to 15. He's out. Oh, what a peg by Gibbs. And that ends the inning. Campaneris thrown out trying to steal. Sorry, Tardival thrown out trying to steal. Tardival was 9-0 prior to that. Now he's 9 out of 10. So Campy left standing at the plate. 5 innings in the books. It's 1-0 Kansas City. No, I was on a, Frank, I was on a street by a park, actually. It's a 30-mile-an-hour zone. I was. Apparently the guy had a heart attack and just punched it. They believe he was dead when he hit the building. There's also some speculation that there was drugs/alcohol involved in the heart attack. Turns out he was a friend of the guy who works with my sister, so I got some background on him. To say any more would be, it's purely speculation, okay? I don't have any hard evidence. Anyway, I will say this. My insurance company, I had renter's insurance, of course, and my insurance company was absolutely fantastic. So I moved into this place April 18th. He didn't have insurance, like 50% of the people in Spokane. 50-some% in the city of Spokane. I'll give you another stat that's even scarier. And I'm guessing on this number, but I believe was it 26 or 31? I think it's 26% of Spokane drivers do not even have a valid driver's license. So yeah, it's a shit show. It is a requirement. It is a state law, Ben. They do it anyway. But my renter's insurance took care of me, and I know the guy who owned the apartment, still owns it, of course. His homeowners took care of his end of it. Moving along in this ball game to the 6th inning, a 1-0 tense game. Talbot entering his first inning of potential fatigue, and he'll be looking at the top of the Yankee lineup. Roy White 0 for 2. Talbot into the windup. Pitch to White is a 5-7 lefty. That's a single into right field. White with a leadoff single. Looks like somebody's throwing in the bullpen for Kansas City. It is the lefty Paul Lindblad. Yeah, Fred Sanford and Ripple Wine. So White aboard. 15, the battery, +1 is 16. Held, he's 14. Representing the tying run, he's going to try for the lead. Bobby Richardson at the plate. 2 through 8, 11, and 12. 9, he does not get the lead. And here's the pitch to Richardson. 4-6 right-handed. He pops him up. Infield fly rule. Campaneris has it. 1 away. White still being held, and here's the Mick. Mickey 0 for 2 today. Talbot checks the runner now from the stretch. Pitch to Mantle is a 3-9 right-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. White down to second. For Mantle, his 20th walk of the season, which would place him high among the league leaders in that category. And the batter will be Pepitone. Now one more hit or walk will fatigue Talbot. Talbot staring in. First and second, 1 away. The pitch to Joe Pepitone. It's a 5-9 left-handed grounder to shortstop X. That could be 2. It's Campy. 3E23. Here's the play on a 3. It's a single star. Campy knocks it down but has no play. That's going to go as an infield single. That would have been a tough chance. And the bases are loaded, and Talbot is fatigued. Good play by Campy just to keep it on the infield. And here comes Dark. And that'll do it for Talbot. So another splendid performance by Fred Talbot. His shortest stint so far, he goes 5 1/3. He was averaging 7 innings a start prior to this game. Just 3 hits. No runs yet, but the base is loaded and there's 1 out, and they're all his responsibility. He walked 3. I don't think he struck out anybody, did he? He did not. No strikeouts. Now I've got to look at something else in the stats here. Talbot coming into the game in 35 innings had only 13 strikeouts. So yeah, he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. Here comes the lefty Lindblad. Lindblad appeared in this game in real life. So far in the replay, he's been in 10 games, 2-0, 1.46 in 12 innings. And as Lindblad gets loose, I'll take a look at the chat. That's funny, Captain Carl. And thank you to Kurt Miller pointing out that Mantle had 473 home runs entering this season. Okay, Lindblad's ready to go. Here's the situation. 1-0 Kansas City in the 6th, but the Yankees have loaded the bases with 1 out. Tresh will turn around and bat right-handed against Lindblad. Infield at double play depth. Lindblad full windup. The pitch to Tresh is a 6-10 fly ball to left field, fairly deep. Hirschberger backing up on it. That's going to be deep enough for White to score. He tags and comes in, and that ties the game. Sacrifice fly to left. And with 2 outs, Roger Maris will be the hitter. Tresh is the home run leader for the Yankees currently with 6. Maris 0 for 1 with a walk. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Lindblad. 1-7. He struck him out. So Lindblad does his job. The Yankees settle for the lone run on 2 hits and leave a pair. I'd say Kansas City got out of that inning very cheaply. And we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 tie. That was a huge K, man. Here's Strat-O-Matic now. Campaneris will step up there with a fresh count. 0 for 2 today. Strat-O-Matic into the windup and takes the Campy. 6-3 right-hander to fly ball to left field X. That's White, 4E15. Tough play for White. Hold your breath on this one. On a 7, he can't get it. That's down for a single. It's ruled a single. Generous scoring, if you ask me. And Campy's aboard to lead things off. Campaneris held. That'll make him a 15. 19. 17 with the battery. 15 with the hold. He's going to try for the lead. 2 through 6 or 12. 8, he does not get it this time. Good back number. What would he be on the back number? Again, the battery is 0, so 15. Sorry, the battery of -2. Gibbs is 0. So he's a 13 -4, 1 through 9 on the back number. Hirschberger will hit away. Strat-O-Matic into the windup. 1-8 right-handed. Base hit into left field, an open single. Campy can go to third. He's a 17. -2 from left field is a 15. And White with a +2, a 17. He's going. And they're going to cut it off and hold Hirschberger at first. Hirschberger would have been a 15, 5, 10 plus the 2, a 12 to go into second if they'd elected to throw. Hirschberger, a star 16 stealer in his own right. 14 not held. He will be held, making him a 12. Kansas City in business here. Runners at the corners. Nobody out, and there's action in the Yankee bullpen. Dooley Womack, the righty down there, as Gibbs goes out to the mound. Billy Bryan due up. Billy's 0 for 2 today. Okay, Houck sticking with Mel. First and third runner held. The pitch to Billy Bryan. 170, pops him up. Right side, infield fly. Pepitone grabs it. 4 out, number 1. And the batter will be Larry Stahl. Hirschberger still held on. Infield at double play depth now. Stahl 1 for 2 today. Strat-O-Matic from the stretch. Pitch to Stahl. 6-7 left-handed. That's a base hit up the middle. That'll score Campaneris. The Athletics take the lead. Hirschberger can go to third on that. He's a 15. To center, Mantle a -3, however. 12, he'll hold up. So an RBI single for Stahl. And it's 2-1. Here's Hawk Harrelson now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Strat-O-Matic checks the runners, now from the stretch. The pitch, 2-6 right-handed, he struck him out. Harrelson down on strikes. For those who don't know, the circled K is on the batter's card. And Mike's here. Welcome, Mike. It's up to Wayne Causey here with 2 down. Runners at first and second. Strat-O-Matic the windup. Pitch to Causey on a 1-8. Right in his good column. He hits a little slow roller to short. Boyer charges it. Throws him out. And the side is retired. Kansas City settles for a run on 3 hits. And they take a 2-1 lead through 6. Lindblad's coming back out there. Boyer, Gibbs, and the pitcher's spot due. This is going to be a tough call on the pitcher's spot this time. Any thoughts from the chat? I mean, most likely they got a hit for Strat-O-Matic, I think, at this point, trailing by a run in the 7th. So here's Boyer, who's doubled and walked so far. Lindblad into the windup. That's going to be a 4-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Lindblad fans Boyer. And Gibbs. Actually, Gibbs is going to bat. Lindblad looks to be actually a little better against right-handers. So Gibbs hitting 0 for 2. The pitch from Lindblad is a 1-7. Fly ball into center field. That's tartable. Can of corn for Jose. He'll take it. And the Yankees will send up a pinch hitter for Strat-O-Matic. 2 outs in the 7th. Well, Strat-O-Matic worked 6 innings. Same old story for Strat-O-Matic. Pitched a solid game, but he's on the short end of it right now. He allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, walked just 1, and struck out a pair. Womack, who's ready, will be coming on. And against the left-handed pitcher, there's really only one. Well, no, they could go with Clark, but they're going to go with Lou Clinton. One of only two righties on the bench for New York. Clinton on the season, 11 for 27. That's .407. No home runs, 5 RBIs. Clinton has a little pop against lefties. Lindblad studying the signs now. Here's the pitch to Clinton. 3-7, a double to 2. That's going to hang up in left field on a 16. Hirschberger there in his tracks makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lindblad. As we stretch, it is 2-1, Kansas City. Here comes Dooley Womack in from the pen. It was either going to be him or Hal Reniff who pitched in this game in real life, but I think Reniff pitched in the last game. Womack with a 6.48 ERA in the replay so far. Reniff with a 9.95, and Reniff's 0-3 out of the bullpen. This is a part of the Yankees' problem. Boughton and Hamilton have done well out of the pen. Ramos has been decent. The rest of them have been terrible. And I'm going to take a break as we stretch here. I left the screen open. I'm letting Mookie explore outside a little bit, but he's getting weird. He needs to come in now. Here. Come on, get up here. And we're back. Sorry about that. He's been out a while. That's before the game started. He was out for a walk earlier today with his harness and leash. He's getting a little better with that. So here's the situation. We're going to the bottom of the seventh. Kansas City up 2-1. Dooley Womack, the new pitcher on for New York. It'll be Green, the pitcher's spot, and Tartable. Womack gets the sign from Gibbs now. Here's the pitch to Dick Green. 1-8 right-hander is a slow roller to short. Boyer charging, has it, throws to Pepitone, one down. Question is, should they bat for Lindblad or let him go? He's rated 3 for endurance. He's worked 1 2/3. I'm going to hit for him. Didn't even write him in. So Lindblad and his 1 2/3. No hits, no runs. The lone run charged to Talbot. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Throwing for Kansas City. Who else? The closer, Aker. And now we'll have a batter for Lindblad. With 1 out and nobody on. Excuse me. One out and nobody on. It's going to be Aussie Chavaria pinch hitting. You know, when I was entering the game yesterday, I got to the pinch hitting spot and I noticed I hadn't written in Northrup, but fortunately I remembered who it was. Here's Chavaria. In the replay so far, he's hitting .279, no homers, 5 RBIs. Womack gets the sign from Gibbs. Here's the windup, here's the pitch on a 1-7 single to 12. He's got a base hit into left field. Boyer leaped but could not get it. And Chavaria comes through with a pinch hit single. Star 15 Steeler, but look at that Womack. -6 hold. Holy cow, he's down to a 9 without even being held. Sorry, the most it can be is 5. So he's a 10. Gibbs is a 0 arm. Here's Tartable. 1 for 3 today. And it's a Mookie appearance. How do I get it back? Womack out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Jose. 4-6 left-hander. It's a fly ball into center. Easy play for Mantle. And there's 2 down. It's up to Campaneris. Campy. 1 for 3. Singled and flew to center twice. Womack from the stretch. 5-7 right-hander. A triple on a 1. On a 14, that's going to hold up in center for Mantle, who will take it to retire the side. No runs a hit, 1 left. 7 innings in the books. It's 2-1, Kansas City. Going to the 8th now. I'm checking Kansas City defensively. Well, I can see one thing I'm going to do right now. Hirschberger and Stahl will swap. Stahl moves to left, Hirschberger to right. Should probably get Kazi out of there too. Ed Charles is going to come in and take over at third. Charles, a 318. And in comes Aker. Aker 0-2 with 8 saves, a rather high 5.14 ERA. He does, however, lead the majors in saves. Yeah, you should see him now. Holy cow. Mookie, get down from there. He's climbing up the screen. Top of the order for the Yankees. They trail by a run. Roy White will start things off. He's 1 for 3 today. Aker getting the sign from Billy Bryan now. 4-5 left-handed. That's a high fly ball to right field. Going back is Stahl on the track. Hauls it in. Oh my goodness. And the Kansas City fans were holding their breath on that one. Let's take another look at it. 4-5 lefty, a homer to 6. The roll is 16, however. And Stahl able to make the play on it. Here's Richardson now. Oh, let's see. Mike, it'll be 4 weeks Monday? Or 5? About a month. Richardson 0 for 3 today. Aker into the windup. 4-11, right-handed as a grounder to second base. Green has it. Throws him out for the second out. It'll be up to the Mick. Yankees trail by a run. Mantle, who can tie it up with one swing, standing in from the left side. Aker stares in now, shakes one off. Now nodding, the windup. The pitch to Mantle on a 2-6. Fly to center field. Got under it a bit. Way high in the air. Tartable waiting for it to come down. And makes the catch for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Jack Aker. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still 2-1. Well, I think he was 8 when I got him. 8 weeks old when I got him. He'll be 13 weeks old tomorrow. Yeah, Monday will be 5 weeks, actually. God, is that right? It doesn't seem right, Ben. It seems more like it would be 4. Womack will come out for his second inning. Hirschberger, Bryan, and Stahl due for Kansas City. Here, I think April 6th was when Mookie was born. And that's a guess, because the woman that had it thinks that's close, but she's not positive. I hate it when I don't have accurate statistical data, damn it. Oh, but I do. Okay, here's Hirschberger to lead things off. Womack gets the sign from Gibbs. Here's the windup and the pitch. A 5-6 right-handed. He struck him out. That's for sure. And happy birthday to Ben. Here's Billy Bryan, the catcher, 0 for 3. Womack with the pitch. 4-7 lefty, grounder to White of second. Richardson plugs up the hole, twists and fires to Pepitone for out number 2. And here's Larry Stahl, 2 for 3 with the ribby. Womack with the windup. The pitch to Larry is a 4-9 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X into the hole. A tough play for Boyer. 3E19. Here's the play. On a 7, he's got it and throws him out. So 1-2-3 inning for Dooley Womack. 6-3X Stahl retired. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to the 9th in a 2-1 nail biter. I don't think they even schedule them anymore, do they, Kurt? They use those strictly for, you know, game canceled makeups. That, and don't even get me started on the everything for the money mentality of modern society, but you guys all get it. Okay, Aker. For Aker, he'll begin his second inning of work. Pepitone, Tresh, and Maris due for the Yankees. They trail by a run here in the ninth inning. Joe Pepitone 1 for 3 today. Aker staring in. The windup. The pitch to Pepitone, a 5-9 fly ball into straightaway center. Tartable going back on it now. He's there. And makes the grab for out number 1. Here's Tresh now, 0 for 2. His sac fly drove in the only New York run today. Batting left-handed against Aker. Aker staring in now, nodding. Big leg kick and the pitch to Tresh is a 5-5 left-handed. He goes the other way with it and lines a base hit into left field. And the tying run is aboard. Tresh not a threat to steal. Aker a -4 hold, which balances out Brian's +3 arm. And the batter will be Maris, 0 for 2 with the walk. Aker a throw over to first, Tresh back in time. Now from the stretch, the pitch to Roger Maris. 6-9 left-handed, a grounder to shortstop X. That could be 2. It's Campaneris, tough play, 3E23. Here's the play on a 5. He's got it. His only play is to first. And Tresh will take second on the play. So a little slow roller. Campy had to charge it. Only play to first, and the tying run moves into scoring position, but there's 2 outs, so it's all up to Cleet Boyer. Boyer doubled and walked so far in this one. Aker trying to nail it down. Boyer trying to tie it up. Aker staring in now, and here's the pitch. 3-5 right-handed. It's a foul ball left side. Ed Charles there now waves everybody off and makes the catch to end the ball game. No runs, a hit, 1 left on, and what a game. Far different from yesterday's game, but still a great one. Two to 1 the final. Yeah, it was exciting at the end, Ben. I'll have the totals for you momentarily. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. Hit that like button for me on the way out. That helps the channel. So we can continue to bring you more exciting 1966 baseball. Aker worked 2. He notches the save, his major league leading 9th. He allowed 1 hit, no walks, no Ks. Womack worked 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 K. Stottlemyre, the hard luck loser again, drops to 1-5. And the Fred Talbot miracle story continues. He gets the win, improves to 3-1. No, he does not get the win, does he? The game was tied. Lindblad ends up getting the win. I beg your pardon. Yeah, I think that's right. Lindblad. And please, if someone correct me on this if I'm wrong. Not that it matters. I mean, when I enter the game manually into the Strat-O-Matic computer game, it does all that for me. But for the sake of the broadcast, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Lindblad getting the win, which would make him 3-0. So the totals on the game for the Athletics: 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Yankees, 1 run, only 4 hits, 1 error. Player of the game, Chief Spokane Gary, player of the game, naturally. I'm leaning to Larry Stahl. 2 hits and an RBI. Could also give it to Talbot, even though he didn't win. Thank you, Captain Carl. That was an exciting game at the end. How many people thought the Yankees were going to tie it up and we'd have extra innings? I'll raise my hand. Let's look ahead on the schedule now, see what we have for Sunday. No game tomorrow as usual. Sunday will pit the Washington Senators against the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. Pete Rickert for the Senators, Mudcat Grant for the Twins, the second-place Twins, if you please. Only a game and a half behind the Orioles now, so please join me for that. That could be a good one. Meanwhile, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend.